You've probably heard a saying going around that just perfectly captures this huge shift that we're all feeling. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all the noise, show you exactly what it means, and most importantly, how to make sure you're on the winning side of it.
Let that one sink in for a second. This isn't about some distant sci-fi future where robots are walking around. Nope, this is about right now. AI has become the ultimate tool, the ultimate form of leverage, and the smartest people in literally every field are using it to get a massive advantage. So let's break down what that really means for you.
I get it. Every single day, you see these scary headlines about AI and job losses. And honestly, it's okay to feel a little anxious about it. This change is real. But the story those headlines are telling, it's missing the most important part. The real threat isn't the technology, it's not understanding how to use it.
Okay, so let's start with the scary number. This is the one that gets all the attention. The World Economic Forum predicts that by 2030, AI and new tech could displace around 92 million jobs across the globe. And yeah, that's a huge number. It's the number that fuels all that fear, no doubt about it.
But, and this is a huge but, that is only half the story, because that exact same report projects that in the very same time frame, 170 million new jobs are going to be created. And these aren't just one-for-one replacements. We're talking about brand new roles that are all about strategy, creativity, and, you guessed it, working with AI.
So you do the math, and what do you get? We're not looking at a net loss at all. We're looking at a net gain of 78 million jobs. So you see, this isn't a story about destruction. It's a story of transition. The work is changing for sure, but the opportunities, they're actually getting bigger.
And this right here, this is the absolute core of it. This is the new reality. The fight isn't you against some robot. It's you competing against another person in your field who has learned how to make AI their secret weapon. They can work faster, they can come up with better ideas. I mean, that's the new game we're all playing.
So what does this AI-augmented human actually look like in the real world? Let's get practical. I want to tell you 3 quick stories about people who are already doing this. This isn't theory. This is how top performers are working today.
First up, let's talk about a designer. You know, the old way involved hours, sometimes days, of tedious grunt work, making tiny changes over and over again. Well, now, an AI can spit out 100 different design options in just a few minutes. So the designer's job completely changes. They're not doing the manual labor anymore. They're the designer arbiter. They use their taste, their strategy, and their human understanding to direct the AI, pick the best options, and make the final creative call. Their value suddenly isn't in their hands, it's in their head. Okay, story number 2, a writing team. Before AI, maybe you had a team of 6 writers just struggling to keep up. Now, a team of 2 can produce even more content. How is that possible? Well, they use AI to generate the first drafts. That frees them up to focus on the stuff that really matters, setting the strategy, checking the facts, editing for the perfect tone, and adding that little bit of human magic that AI just can't touch. They've gone from just being writers to being high-level editors and strategists.
And for our last story, think about a small shop owner. You know, trying to compete against the giant corporations with their massive marketing budgets. It used to feel impossible. But now, with AI, she has her own marketing department in her pocket. She can use free tools to generate professional ad copy, social media posts, you name it. She gets to be the marketing director, providing the vision while the AI does the heavy lifting. It's a total game changer. It levels the playing field.
So, these stories are all about people delegating tasks to AI, which naturally leads to the big question. Okay, so what's left for us? What are the skills that AI can't touch? Well, this is the good part. This is where your true, lasting value is going to be from now on.
Let's break down the 5 big ones. First, trust. Simple as that. An AI can't take a client out for coffee and build a real relationship. Second, emotional intelligence. It can't read the room in a tense meeting or understand delicate cultural situations. Third, accountability. When something goes wrong, a human has to take responsibility. You can't fire an AI. Fourth is physical presence. Think about surgeons, electricians, artists. So many jobs require you to just be there. And finally, original creativity. Yeah, AI is great at remixing existing ideas, but it takes a human to come up with the truly original problem to solve in the first place.
And this whole idea of humans and AI working together, it's not just a nice thought. It's actually becoming a formal requirement. There's a term for it, human in the loop. It means we are intentionally designing systems where a person has to provide oversight and make the final call. In fact, major new regulations like the EU's AI Act are making human oversight mandatory for any important AI system. Accountability is literally being built into the future.
All right, so we've covered the what and the why. Now for the most important part, the how. How do you actually start becoming one of these AI-powered professionals? It is so much simpler than you think. Here's a 3-step plan you can start like tonight. No coding or tech genius required.
It's just 3 easy steps. First, audit your day. Seriously, just take 5 minutes and write down 3 to 5 things you do every day that are kind of boring, repetitive, and just eat up your time. Second, learn one tool. Don't get overwhelmed and try to learn 10 things at once. Just pick one of those boring tasks, find one AI tool that helps with it, and spend the next month just playing around with it. And finally, step 3, solve a real problem. Use that tool to actually do that task. Get a real win. That first time you automate a report or draft 10 emails in 30 seconds, you'll feel that rush, and that momentum is what's going to keep you going.
Okay, I want you to zoom out with me for a second, because what we're living through, it's bigger than just a new app on your phone. This is one of those historic moments, and it feels a lot like another one that many of us lived through.
Think back to the early days of the internet or even the spreadsheet. Remember when Excel came out? The panic was exactly the same. It's going to get rid of all the accountants. It's too complicated. But what really happened? Excel didn't replace accountants. It got rid of the boring part of their job and turned them into high-level financial analysts. The internet didn't destroy businesses. It created whole new industries we couldn't even have imagined. AI is doing the exact same thing. It's automating the grunt work so you can be more strategic, more creative, and more valuable.
And that brings us right back here to you. You are standing at that exact same crossroads today. You've got one path, which is fear, just hoping this all goes away. And then you have the other path, which is seeing this for what it is, the single biggest opportunity of your career to level up your skills.
The choice, really, is yours. This isn't something that's happening to you. It's a tool that's waiting for you. It's your new unfair advantage if you decide to pick it up. So the only question left is, which path are you going to choose? If this was helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it and subscribe for more ways to thrive in this new world.